Hi guys, Aspen here from Drawn in Nature. I'm out hiking. I'm using my Insta360 1x2. It's extremely windy outside, but I'm shooting this with the Rode Wireless Go 2 using the internal recording. I don't have the receiver attached to my Insta360, just internal. Just want to test it in windy condition. I'm hiking at Bastneset. It's a really nice area. I'm shooting this in the log. Just want to see how it is to grade the Insta360 footage. I'm pretty happy with this camera. It's quite fun to use. It's a little bit difficult to edit the footage, but that's normal for Insta360 footage. It's a little more work, but it's really nice outside. It's extremely windy, so that's the only negative today. So I can't fly my DJI Mini 2. It was really nice outside today. So I just want to shoot some test footage with the Insta360 using the Go Wireless Go system, Rode Wireless Go. And it's going to be fun to see how the Go Wireless Go handles the wind. I have the wind muff on it, so it should be pretty good, but this is a really good test because the wind is so hard today. Wind muff on it, so it should be pretty good, but this is a really good test because it's blowing straight to me, so it should be pretty difficult to get a good sound. But if this works good, then it's perfect to use. But I'm really happy with the Go Wireless Go, Rode Wireless Go. It's a really nice system to use, and it's pretty easy. And I really like that you can record audio straight to the transmitter or whatever it's called. Receiver maybe, I don't know. So I'm just going to take a quick hike. I have a trail that I normally run a few times a week. Today I'm just walking. I'm gonna go on a long hike tomorrow to a place called Ulriken. That's the biggest mountain in Bergen. I think it's 550 meters high, so that's gonna be a nice hike. Me and my wife is going on that hike. So yeah, fun to test this system today, just to check it out and see how the footage looks like. The Insta360 1x2 is a pretty fun camera to use, but it has a few limits. The audio on it is really bad, so you need to use some kind of mic to it. And the best way is to use an external device like your mobile or your Rode Wireless Go. Because of the stitching line, you can buy some adapter and stuff like that, but then the camera isn't waterproof anymore, so yeah, but it's a nice system to use. Nice to get a 360 view around you so you can see everything. So, and I'm really impressed by the stabilization on this camera. That's really amazing. I think it's the best in the class, better than the GoPro and Osmo Action, I think. Flow state. So we're just taking a quick hike today. It's getting later in the evening now, so the sun is going down, not straight down, but it's pretty low on the sky, so the lighting isn't great. So yeah, so what do you think about the image quality on the Insta360 One X2? It isn't the best camera, that's for sure, but maybe it's the best 360 camera out there. But if you only need some kind of action camera, I would rather recommend GoPro or Osmo Action, just to shoot action. But if you like 360 views and 360 camera, the Insta360 is really good. So it's pretty easy to use, but it's terrible to edit the footage, I think. That's my opinion. You need to use the studio version on the PC or Mac, or you can use the app. Everybody says the app is so great. It's great for shorter films, but if you're gonna edit longer clips, I highly recommend using the studio version and not the mobile app. And you can edit the footage in Premiere Pro using a plugin, and you can also do that in Davinci Resolve, but then you have to render it first on the studio app for the Insta360 and do the correction using the Carda VR or the GoPro reframe plugin for Davinci Resolve. And I like to edit footage in Davinci Resolve because that's my main editor, and in my opinion the absolute best video editor out there. Premiere Pro is pretty good too, but it's too unstable. That's my opinion. So yeah, so we're out hiking. Really nice. It's cold, it really is. I'm just gonna extend this a little bit longer, like that. I'm getting a cold and I'm freezing on my hands. But this is great when you have a longer selfie stick using an external mic, because it's impossible for the Insta360 to pick up the sound from you. And like I said, the audio is crap on the Insta360. It really is. It's handling the wind really bad, and yeah, it's not good at all. If it's silence around you, then it's okay, but nothing more than okay. So guys, we are trying the Telesin Insta360 selfie stick, 3 meter long in windy condition. Using this one with the internal audio on the Insta360 One X2 will be impossible. So we really need an external recorder. I'm shooting with my wireless Go, and it's pretty hard to hold this stick when it's so windy. So hopefully it will be okay. I'm shooting in log just to see if it's possible to grade the footage a little bit. I have to hold the stick with 2 hands because it's too windy to just hold it with one. But it's pretty easy to use, this one. Of course, walking in the woods, it's a little bit, you have to be a little bit careful so you don't crash your Insta360 into a branch or tree or whatever. I have to start my clock like that. So we're just out hiking using the long stick. So how does it look? It's really windy, so I have to hold it with 2 hands. So So I have to watch where I'm going all the time, so I don't stick it into some branches or whatever. I hope the wireless go, the internal audio is, or external audio is okay. It was fun to use this one. Oh, it's windy. Shit. So you can use the camera for so many things. You can spin it around like this. Maybe you can do something like this. I really don't know how it looks like. But oh, I'm dizzy. Have to push it down. There's gonna be a lot of editing with this footage. Like I said, that's the one thing I don't like about 360 camera. Because I like to reframe them, you can export them in 360, of course, but I like the reframing so I can show. Yeah. I think I'm gonna try to export the video in VR mode. Maybe it could look okay. So how is the view from up there? Does it look nice? The camera on this, on the 360 camera, has some limitation, that's for sure. Hopefully they can do something to upgrade the sensor so we get a little bit better image quality. Oh shit, it's windy. I'm not gonna do this for so long because I have to hold it with 2 hands and hopefully it's recording. Push it down. But this is fun. Looks kind of strange walking with a selfie stick 3 meters up in the air, but why not? It's fun to do strange things. I have to put it down like this so I don't damage the lens. And that's one thing also with the 360 camera. The lens is pointed up from the body and it's not protected good. You can use some kind of lens protection, but I've seen some videos with it and it doesn't look good at all. You get some kind of lens flare or something on the image and it looks kind of bad. Oh, it's windy. But hopefully you get a nice view of my trail. It's almost in my backyard, so that's fun. I'm so glad I live in a country where you can walk in nature, in woods, forest, nice trails. I think about the people who are living on flat countries like Netherlands and Denmark. It's really nice countries, of course. They have a different kind of nature, but you don't have this. The only negative about living in Norway is the weather. I really like warm weather. We don't have too much of that. So let's see, it's wet here. Walk this way. Bring it down. It's a little bit difficult to walk with a 3-meter selfie stick. Maybe it's better to use when you're not walking in woods and trails and stuff like that, but why not? So I'm on my way back home, where I'm gonna drink a cold beer and enjoy Friday. It's Friday today in Norway. I don't know if I'm gonna post it today, probably tomorrow. But this is kind of fun. You can see the view. It's really hard to hold it with. Bring it down. Soon I'm gonna switch to my Sony FDR. It's fun to use this. Not the best way to use a 360 camera in the woods, but nice to get some other views, isn't it? Let's walk this way. Like I said, there could be snakes here, and I don't want to. I have to go this way to step on one. Wait. It could be. It could bite me. Yeah, I'm soon gonna switch camera. This isn't ideal. Let's go down here. I really don't know what the footage gonna looks like. Hopefully it looks good. But remember to subscribe, guys. I'm struggling a little bit to get more views to my channel. Of course I know it's all about the content and everything, but I don't just want to post reviews and all the hype about different settings on the drones, and I know that's what people like to see, but I'm getting tired of watching the same videos over and over again. It's nothing new. Every time a new update comes to the drone or whatever, it's a bunch of videos on how to and what to and whatever to. Too much of that, I think. Yeah. But my dream is to get a good film camera. I really don't know what kind of camera I should get. I don't have too much money. I don't have money for that now, that's for sure. But I was looking a little bit about on the Fuji X-T4, but also the Panasonic GH5 looks like a really good film camera. But I know that the autofocus on that camera is not good. It's contrast-based autofocus, and like I understand, that's not the best system, and you need to have the right condition for that to work. But it looks like a really good camera. The Fuji X-T4 has some good reviews, and of course you have the Sony A7 S3 or whatever it's called. That's way too expensive. I want a camera with good inboard stabilization, and I know that the Fuji has that. and the Panasonic is one of the best. Many people are saying that. I don't have any experience with cameras at all, but I really would like to learn more about. Oh, now you can see a bunch of bird nests built this winter, I think. I'm not gonna stick it, but you can see it there. You can see they have built some kind of nests, but they are now empty, of course, because I think this was built in the winter time. So nice to see. And nice to see that we're getting greener leaves on the trees. That means only one thing: we're getting closer and closer to summer. My favorite time of year. Guys, I'm finished with my hike, testing out the Insta360 One X2 and my Sony FDR. It's really windy today, so that's why I'm using the Rode Wireless Go. You can't use the audio on the Insta360 One X2, it's terrible. So yeah, hopefully it was a good test and you enjoyed the video, and hopefully you will subscribe to my channel. It means the world to me. So I'm still fighting the algorithm and trying to figure out what kind of videos people want to see. It's really hard to make the right content, but hopefully you will like my content and will subscribe. So see you on the next one, and I'm heading home and gonna drink a beer. So thank you, bye bye.